nervous about being a parent?
Oh man, I think the idea of being responsible all the time for someone, and knowing that it's something you have to do. You can't take you can't just be like, okay, today's Saturday, I'm gonna not do parenting today. It's like, I feel like the only sort of thing I have to compare it to is the cat. It's like, okay, you just have to take care of the cat. You have to feed the cat every day, no matter what. But it's like with the cat, you can set we have an automatic feeder, so you set the automatic feeder, and it's like, okay, you know what, I'm going to take 2 days off from taking care of the cat. And the feeder will just dispense some food and he'll eat, and I'll completely ignore him for 2 days while I'm away. But not so I think it's definitely the idea of having to be responsible all the time. Can't just decide okay, I'm going to take this week off.
Damn.
Oh, softie. Yeah, I don't know if I really need to elaborate.
Yeah.
He's gonna kill on everything.
Agreed.
Especially when it comes to food, and if he's no, I don't want salad for dinner, I want chicken fingers.
Yeah.
Okay, in a second.
No, I want.
Probably the Cape. For multiple reasons. One, I grew up going to the Cape. I grew up going to that house. It's also where Katie and I ended up getting married. And the beach that we got married on was the beach that I went to as a little kid. So I'm really excited to take him there, and to that beach in particular, just because it's so wrapped up in my own memories of being a child, and also my memories with Katie. One thing this is sort of maybe
it comes to finding God. So what are you going to do if your son finds God, or if God speaks to him, or what are you going to do? You can also pass. You have 3 passes.
That's probably going to have to be a conversation that Katie has. I think that'll be a place where Katie's compassion and empathy and sympathetic understanding of another person's perspective will be very useful, and I'm very excited that she will be able to handle those kinds of issues.
Pass it to Katie. Okay, all right.
Well, partly, I think probably more than anything, her compassion. I think just how much she thinks about other people and how much she cares about other people. Obviously I want the baby to get those qualities from her, but I also think that those are qualities that will make her a particularly good mom. I also think that she's remarkably good at talking about emotions and handling emotions. So she read this book. I'm reading it about what's it called? I don't know. It's about healthy brain development in babies, and kids. And so much of it is about validating their experiences and validating that what they feel is even when they're having a temper tantrum or something. It's recognizing that they what they are feeling, things that are real, and then like helping them understand those feelings and helping them work through those feelings and helping them talk about those things. And I feel like so much of that is stuff that Katie just like does naturally. It's just like intuitively, you know, it's like something comes up and she's like, oh yeah, I understand why you feel that way. That must be really hard, you know, and she's like able to get people to like work through their feelings in a really impressive way. And that stuff is not at all intuitive for me. I think I have a hard time with that. And I think I think that will make her especially good when the baby like starts talking and starts like having emotions that he can talk about and all that sort of stuff. I don't know, you know, in some ways, I think it's almost like, I think things that like some people right now would think of as challenges, I actually think of as kind of like exciting opportunities.
Yeah.
Like I think it can actually be, right now is actually kind of an exciting time to have a boy and